Hey there everybody, it is Jackie with Syrup and Biscuits, and we are brining some chicken today. Now a brine is just a salty liquid. Well, there's no reason that one of my favorite ingredients in the kitchen, buttermilk, can't be the liquid for the brine. So that's what we're going to do. We're making a buttermilk sage brine. I've got 4 cups of buttermilk here that I'm going to try to pour in without splattering all over creation. Looks like I did a pretty good job that time. And then I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons of kosher salt and about the same amount of honey. So about 2 tablespoons of honey. And y'all see how I measure. That's about 1. And that's pretty close to 2. And we're going to call it a day. Alright, now we just need to whisk this up just a little bit, just to get the salt starting to dissolve. Ooh, and y'all are about to let me forget to put pepper in this. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of pepper, maybe 2 teaspoons of pepper, something like that, anyway. So we've got 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. This pepper's going to make me sneeze. 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of honey, and about maybe 2 teaspoons of ground black pepper. And that feels like it's pretty well dissolved in there. It doesn't have to be dissolved completely because it will continue to dissolve after we put the chicken in it. So I think that's pretty done. I think that is okay. We're going to pour this into a 1 gallon Ziploc bag. And now I've got 8 chicken thighs. If you don't like thighs, you use whatever pieces you like, but this is our favorite piece, so I'm using thighs. Alright, so the thighs are in. I'm going to get this bowl out of the way. The chicken bowl. Get the chicken bowl out of the way. I've got 5 whole cloves of garlic, crushed, that's going to go in. Alright, and now here's the deal. I've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4 sprigs of sage. But this is what you have to do. You gotta scrunch it up and sniff it. You have to. If you get a hold of fresh sage, you've got to scrunch it up and sniff it. Oh my gosh, it just makes you feel good. So the sage is going to go in, and I'm just going to push that down in there. And we're going to zip this puppy up. I'm going to leave it in this bowl. You want to keep, anytime that you have a lot of liquid in a storage container like this, that's not in your freezer. You need to keep it in a bowl or something that will catch the liquid if it ever springs a leak, because it is a mess if it does. And I guarantee you, you'll just let that happen to you one time, and that'll be it. I'm going to get as much of the air out of there as I can. Now I'm going to brine this. This needs to brine for at least 8 hours, up to 24, or maybe even a little bit more than 24. I think I've actually gone longer than 24, and nothing's happened. I'm going to, everything is pretty well covered, but a couple of times during this brine process, and I'll do mine for 24 hours. I'll be cooking this tomorrow. A couple of times during the brine process, I'm just going to shake it up a little bit, just to help the flavors distribute more. So this will go into the refrigerator until I'm ready for it, which will be about the same time tomorrow. So now the chicken has been in the buttermilk sage brine for 24 hours, and I'm just going to let it continue to drain on this rack. You don't need to rinse the buttermilk off. You don't need to pat it off. We're just going to let it drain just a little bit more. I've prepared a baking sheet by lining it with aluminum foil, spraying with no-stick cooking spray, and I'm just brushing the tops with cooking oil to help them brown a little bit. You can use butter if you're so inclined, and then this will go in a 350 degree preheated oven for 1 hour or until the internal temperature of the thigh reaches 165 degrees. Buttermilk sage brined chicken. There's nothing in this world that makes chicken taste any better than mixing up a good buttermilk brine with sage and garlic and honey and salt and pepper. This is unbelievably good. You have to try it. Not only does the buttermilk add flavor to the chicken, but it helps tenderize it. And it also helps pull in the flavor of everything else that's in that brine. It is so good. You can't imagine. You can also use that same buttermilk brine preparation, and you can fry chicken. I personally do not fry chicken on my stovetop because it's just too messy. It's too much trouble. It's too hot. I do have a recipe on my blog for an oven fried chicken, which you could do after you marinate it. But try this, roasting like I did. This is a lazy way of cooking because it is so easy. I loved having you in my kitchen again today, but I got to get up off this video and get some broccoli ready to steam, because that's what we're going to have with our chicken tonight, is steamed broccoli. Thank you so much for hanging with me. Check out this recipe and many others on ssyrupandbiscuits.com. Y'all come see us. God love y'all.